Okay, a few other little sort of tips and tricks on isometric drawing as well. I'm going to veer away now from the book. I'm sure you guys can kind of finish off the rest of that drawing based on that first little video I did. You know, it's, again, acquiring the midpoint of each of those is kind of easy. However, if you were drawing, say, a hole in this and it wasn't just exactly in the middle, just want to show you that the tracking works just like it does in normal. So I'm going to do another isocircle. So ellipse, isocircle, and using the temporary tracking point. Suppose I had a circle that was in, say, 15 and down 15. You can see I can, even though it's at 30 degrees, I can still kind of be careful you don't kind of snap to that. It'll pick on that X. So if it was 15 in and 15 down, it's kind of quite easy enough to kind of do. So if I did a 4 mil circle in that, I could easily put a 4 mil isocircle on that face using the tracking. Okay, so if I do the same on the bottom, so it's a ellipse, EL, I for isocircle, temporary tracking point. So acquire that in 15 and up 15 and 4 mil again. So see, it's quite easy to put a couple of holes in on that face using the O tracking. Okay, so easy enough on that one. Now, supposing I wanted to put a fillet on this corner, say, if I go hit my isoplane, so I'm on the top plane. If I wanted to put a radius on that corner, it's not just a case of hitting the fillet command. You can't use the fillet command in this case. I'll show you the difference between the fillet and the iso arc in a second. I'll show you the actual physical difference it makes. But you have to use the ellipse command all the time. In this case, we have to use the ellipse. And if I arrow down so you're clear on this one, it's elliptical arc on this one. So ellipse arc and ISO. So specify the center of my arc. So I kind of did a temporary tracking thing again. Let's say it's in 15 and across 15 then. So specify the radius of the circle. Well, it's 15 as well, so we can type in 15. Start angle. I'm going to turn ortho on for this one because most of the time it's a 90 degrees kind of 180 degree arc you're doing. Now if I turn off it, you can see we can put it in at any angle we like. However, most of the time with ortho turned on, you get away with it. So if you're kind of looking face down on that, where's the 3 o'clock position? Because that's the start point of my arc. So that's the start point of my arc there, 3 o'clock position. So where does my arc start there? And remember, everything's anti-clockwise, so you're kind of talking going in that sort of rotation. So the start point of my arc is going to be there, the end point of my arc is going to be there, and you can actually see it drawn in. If I wanted 180 degrees or 270, I could come around. I'll turn off ortho as well to show you that, you know, it's easy enough to draw sort of 45 degrees or any angle you're looking for. But you know, because most of the time it's sort of 90 degrees or 180 degree arcs you're looking for, ortho with ortho on is real quick and easy. Snap, snap, and you've got your iso arc done. Do a trim, and that's my fillet, if you like, on the corner. Now, why it's not the same as a fillet? Let's just do the fillet command with a radius of 15. It's like my first object and my second object. You see the difference in that? Way out, and not what you're looking for at all. Do Control Z and that to undo that. Big difference in that sort of than the thing. So never use the fillet command. Never use circle. Never use offset. All of those. Keep those in your head. That you're never using any of those. Okay, so if you want to put an arc in a corner, practice that one as well, and don't be tempted to. Here's the thing, don't be tempted to draw the circle. Learn the isometric arc one, because you could draw the circle and trim it off, okay. However, just a word of warning for the actual test, there's lots of these to be done in the test, and if you start drawing circles, you'll just totally confuse yourself, because it'll be a maze of circles that you're trying to trim off, and you'll lose sight of the whole job if you don't practice these. So have a bit of a practice on these. I'll give you a few additional drones that you can practice these as well. But on this occasion, I know kind of those of you that have veered away from the arc command, don't veer away from this one. It won't do you any good, particularly for the test. You need to practice the ISO arc. Okay, so I've kind of modified that drone a little bit as well. You can kind of do the same as well. Play around with it, play around with all those commands, and hopefully you'll get used to it.